Okay, here's our review C, in case you want to check these out. Hopefully you did the online one first and you're checking these. If not, just go ahead and pause each one before I go over the answers. Okay, let's start with problems 1 and 2. So if they're not done, go ahead and pause them and try them real quick. And I'm going to go over the answers right now. Okay, Jax walks 15 meters in 5 seconds. Is that a unit rate? No, that is not a unit rate. Okay, unit rate, remember, means that your denominator, it's a rate with a denominator of 1. So a rate with a denominator of 1. So this is not a unit rate because it's 15 meters over 5 seconds. So the denominator is not 1. Okay. What is the unit rate then? Well, you do 15 divided by 5, and that'd be 3 meters per second. Okay. Number 2, bananas cost 49 cents a pound. That is a unit rate, yes, because it's 49 cents for 1 pound. So that means that the denominator is 1. Okay, and the unit rate is already done for you. It is 49 cents per, or $49 per pound. Okay, that's 1 and 2. I'm going to move on to the next set of problems. Okay, 3, 4, and 5. If you haven't finished these real quick, go ahead and pause the video and do them. Here's the answers, though. Okay, for number 3, if it's 8.2 ounces and it's 35 cents per ounce, I'm just going to multiply those. 0.35 times 8.2. And when I multiply those, I'm going to get $2.87. Oh, dollar sign machine, the thing's messed up. $2.87. Just multiply them. Okay. Number 4, same thing. 3.2 miles a day times 7 days a week. So when I multiply those, I am going to get 22.4 miles. Okay. Number 5, the oranges. Well, this time 7 oranges cost $3.15. So I don't know the unit rate. So in order to find 12, I first have to find the unit rate. I do $3.15 divided by 7. That's going to come out to 45 cents per orange. Okay, and then I'm going to take that number, just like I did up above, and I'm going to multiply that by 12 oranges. 0.45 times 12 is going to come out to $5.40. So that's how you do number 5. It's 2 steps. Step 1 is to find the unit rate. Step 2 is to use the unit rate. Okay, I'm going to move on to my next set of questions. Alright, let's get 6, 7, and 8 here. Number 6 is a better buy, so I need to find the unit rate of each. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the unit rate. So I divide the money divided by the number of batteries. And when I do that for this one, I get $1.03 per battery. And when I do this one, 9.18, the money divided by 9 batteries, I'm going to get $1.02 per battery. Okay. Now that I know, I'm going to find the cheaper one, $1.03, $1.02. The 9-pack is the cheaper one, so I'm going to circle the 9-pack. That is the better buy. 7 and 8 are both their conversions. So 7, we're converting from pounds to tons. So there's 2,000 pounds in 1 ton. So I'm going to divide it because I already have the pounds, and so I'm converting to tons. So I'm going to divide this, 4,500 divided by 2,000. And when I divide that, I'm going to get 2.25 tons. That's it. Okay, now the next one, I have a plate weighing 13 ounces, steak 12 ounces, mashed potatoes 20 ounces, and vegetables 10 ounces. How much do all the food items weigh? Well, the plate is not a food item, so that's going to be out. So the first thing I'm going to do is add up all my other food items, and when I add those up, I'm going to get 42. Now I'm going to convert those ounces into pounds, so I'm going to divide 42 divided by 16. Why 16? Well, remember, there's 16 ounces equal 1 pound. When I divide those, 42 divided by 16, I'm going to get 2.625 pounds. Okay, which is actually 2 5/8 pounds if you had it as a fraction, but as a decimal is fine. Okay, that's how I do 6, 7, and 8. All right, I'm going to move on to the next set. 9, 10, 11, 12. These are just quick conversions. So 11%, so for this one, to turn a percent to a decimal, you divide by 100. So I'm going to do 11 divided by 100, so it's 0.11. For number 10, to turn a fraction to percent, you divide them, 5 divided by 12 times 100. And when I do that, I'm going to get a repeating decimal, so it's going to be 0.416 repeating, and then I multiply that by 100, so it's going to be 41.6 repeating percent. Okay? Number 11, to turn that into a decimal, I just divide 3 divided by 4, so it's going to be 0.75. And to turn that into a fraction, I put that over 100, and then I simplify. 4 goes into both 24 and 100, so that's going to give me 6/25. Just leave it right there. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next page. If you need to pause or rewind, go ahead and do that now. Alright, on the next page, we got 2 more problems at the top to finish. So I'm going to write this as a percent, just multiply by 100 to go from a decimal to a percent. And that is going to be 131%. That's over 1, that's why it's over 100%. To turn this fraction into a percent, I'm going to divide 34 divided by 40 times 100. And when I do that, I'm going to get 87.5%. Okay? Alright, I'm going to move on to the next question, 15. This is a 2-part question. First, let's figure out the tips. I'm going to take the amount of food, 63.42, and I'm going to multiply it by 18%, divided by 100, so I have it as a decimal, 0.18 times 0.18. When I multiply those, I get 11.4156, which rounds to $11.42. The 5 makes the 1 go to a 2. Now to find the total cost, add them up. 63.42 plus 11.42. Add those up, and I get $74.82. That's 15. Okay, I'm going to move on to 16. 16 is the same type of problem. I take the amount of money, multiply it by the percent. Remember, for my percent, I want to divide by 100, and that's going to give me 0.15. So I'm going to do 7.99 times 0.15. When I do that, I'm going to get 1.1985. The 8 makes the 9 go to 10, or 0, and carry the 1, so that means this is going to be 1.20, or $1.20 is what I'm going to save. Then I subtract 7.99 minus $1.20, and when I subtract those, I'm going to get $6.79 is my final price. Okay, I'm going to move on to number 17. For number 17, I'm just going to multiply my percent times my money. So I'm going to do 25,000 times 0.12. Where'd that come from? Well, I take my 12%, divide by 100, and that gives me 0.12. When I do that, I get $3,000, and that's his commission. If the company gets the rest of the money, I take my 25,000 and subtract that 3,000. So they're going to make $22,000 on those sales. Okay. And the last question, number 18, the tests, and then the question got cut off, but I want to know who had the higher test average. So first I find Breeze, so I'm going to do 28 divided by 30 times 100, turning that fraction into a percent, and she got a 93.3 repeating percent. Okay, Ariana's, I'm going to do 49 divided by 50 times 100, turn the fraction into a percent, and that's a 98%. So who's higher? Well, 98 is higher than 93.3 repeating. So Ariana had the higher grade. Okay? That is how you do these. If you need to rewatch any of them, go ahead. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and good luck.